of the United States and Canada, we have had a very warm, positive relationship. They are our neighbors. They are our friends. And right now, I got to tell you that in Canada, when you have a president of the United States who goes out of his way to insult the prime minister, he calls him governor. Oh, by the way, you're a Canadian. We're going to make you the 51st state. Canadians who I love, they're great people. They're not coming into Vermont anymore. They're not coming into America. They're boycotting American goods.
Now, we won't talk about the close relationship between the US and Canada anymore, because Trump did what only a fool would do. He went all the way to Canada and yelled at their prime minister. Oh, and he even wanted Canada to become the 51st state of the US. This is too much. Even the Canadian people who are refusing to import US products have to ask, what the hell is happening to the US? This is the failure in building the political image of a president who always wants to wear the strong nation label, but ends up making the whole world confused with decisions like these.
Own thoughts. I have my own yes and no. I don't always agree what my husband is saying or doing, and that's okay.
Are you able to tell him when you disagree?
I gave him my advice, and sometimes he listens, sometimes.
And here's where we need to congratulate Melania. She has done what millions of women dream of, living with Trump and still maintaining some self-respect. She says she doesn't always agree with what her husband does, but that's the life she has to endure. Talking to Trump is no easy task, especially when Melania's advice can be easily ignored, like a slap in the air. And that's part of the perfection Trump keeps playing out. The illusion of a perfect family with nothing real but photos and empty promises.
That people are skeptical of me discussing this topic. I have been criticized for many commitment to tackling this issue, and I know that will continue. But it will not stop me from doing what I know.
What a truly inspiring moment when Bernie Sanders starts exposing all the illusions, especially Trump's marriage. The whole world saw him as a ship in the storm, trying to cover up the cracks that no one could ignore. And so, the family man story of Trump was uncovered when Bernie not only criticized politics, but also made the American people reconsider what they've been trusting all this time. Of course, while everyone is trying to stop talking about politics, Bernie didn't hesitate to make people continue talking. This time about a more relatable topic: Trump's marriage.
The idea that the President of the United States would threaten and harass attorneys and law firms that defended people he did not like is a major step forward toward authoritarianism.
And just when we think Trump will be the one to defend justice, he turns into someone who backstabs even those who defend the people he doesn't like. This is what we call playing by the absolute power rules, folks. Law firms have gritted their teeth and looked the other way at his irrational orders. This is the kind of work no one wants to pursue. And of course, this manipulation only drags Trump deeper into the quagmire he created for himself. At this point, the battle isn't against the enemy, but about how to sleep soundly after the thunderous blows from his own hands.
All Trump does is lie, but people in my family believe him. Is there a way to break through to them? That is a very, very important question. And I wish I could tell you that I had a simple answer. Look, in a democracy, we are supposed to respectfully listen to people who have different points of view than we do, argue it out. That's called democracy. I believe in that. I love that.
And this is what we have to acknowledge about Trump. He built his entire empire on lies. Yet, strangely, there are still people willing to believe those words. Perhaps because these people only see the outer shell, not the rotten core of the truth. That's why, no matter how many memes there are about Trump, he continues to do his job. Not every empire can be overthrown if people keep believing in the false images that are staged.